Good morning, buenos dias. This is my garden state affairs update. I tried to do something fancy yesterday, but it wasn't really working. I had a lot of bloopers. So anyway, just want to do a quick update on what's going on here in my attempt at gardening. I started vegetables. Let me get in here. There's a bunch of wasps, and I'm very, very afraid of them. Oh, I gotta do something about this door. Okay, these are potatoes, cilantro, and garlic that I started really late, just experimentally. Weeds from the grass, from the hay, onions, and carrots. So this is my first attempt at actually growing vegetables and edibles. Okay, let's see. I'll leave that open because it's difficult to. My tulips are done. I deadheaded them and now I left the leaves for a little while until they get really brown, then I'll take them down. Nobody really comes back here. I'll only cut them back if I have guests in the backyard. I'm learning how to grow beans. These are blue snap snap pole beans. I built this trellis. I got the idea from North Flower Farm, or I forget what the name of the YouTube channel is. It's a flower gardener from Pennsylvania who built something like that. And I got the idea from her channel and I did it. I got these bamboo poles, tied two of them up together on the top, did it 3 times, put one on top, and dug a deep hole, and then planted the bean seeds at the bottom. And then hopefully they'll go up. I have something to help them go up. This is nasturtium. This is Empress of India, which is coming out. I planted them with the beans. I read someplace that that's good to do. There's good companion plants. And I also planted a few down here. Nasturtium jewel mixed colors, but it was an older seed packet, so nothing's come up. So I don't know if that's gonna come up. I'm gonna take out these tulip bulbs in this section, and I'm going to hopefully plant some more vegetables. I'm not sure what. I think probably cucumbers. And then I'm going to keep the rest of it just flowers and other landscape plants. These alliums are doing really magnificently. These are different types of alliums. I've planted different ones around my yard, and this is their second year. They're doing better this year than they did last. This is crocosmia coming up, and I believe those are daylilies. I think these are snapdragons that seeded themselves from last year. I have this lupin that I want to plant somewhere. I also have lupin seeds, and that is a coral knockout rose, which I still haven't figured out where I'm going to put those. Probably going to put them in this area somewhere, but not quite sure. I sort of have that color scheme with the coral bark maple and I think these are the GMs. The GMs and a huge weed. I got to pull that out. So I think, and I'm probably going to pull out those tulips this year. They're all white now. Just the white ones came out. I don't know, maybe I won't. Oh, this is the Roseanne geranium that's coming out. So I sort of have, even though my backyard is mostly reds and oranges, this little corner here has a couple of corals and a little bit more pinky with the dappled willow. This is the only surviving dappled willow. So I think those are gonna go here somewhere. Haven't decided where yet. I also have lupin seeds that I'm planting as experimentally. Let's see, what else we got here? We got the storm cloud. I forget what the name of this plant is, but this is from Proven Winners, and it's beautiful. The flowers are dying out, but even the foliage is beautiful. Let's see what else. Obsession Andina doing well. Now, the irises, the dwarf irises are done, but the The tall irises haven't come out yet, so waiting for those. If they haven't come out already, they probably won't come out this year. This is, what did I plant here? Oh, this is a clematis that I planted here. I don't know what it's, I'm hoping that it'll go around this fence. It'll wrap itself around this fence. This Obsession Andina, I want to move out of this place and I want to plant these. This is probably something I'm going to do today. Plant the strawberry sundae, paniculata, hydrangeas. I want to get a third one so I could plant it in this spot. In this spot where I have an old hydrangea that's been there for, it's going to be 4 years. It's never blossomed. It's never bloomed for me. So I think I'm going to move it someplace else. I have that one, and one behind all the columbine. The columbine self-seeds here. I do not plant columbine, but I just want you to look at this. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm still on the fence about whether I'm going to take down this lilac or not. I was able to limb up this oak tree that's growing here, and I chopped it off on the top. This I think is an elm. I'm not sure. My neighbor is going to have to take that down a little further. But yeah, there's a milkweed, and although people love milkweed, I pull it out because it's a weed in my garden. It's literally a weed. It pops up everywhere. My neighbor grows it, so he has enough for both of us. I am not going to grow milkweed in places I don't want it to be. Now the columbine I allow to self-seed because it's just, it looks magnificent. I can't believe nature does this. Look at this. Beautiful. All by itself. And in the middle of the mess is a hydrangea, which I need to remove because it's completely covered by the columbine. Let's look over my neighbor's yard. Yes, those are his peonies. Look at his peonies. He's been moving those peonies from one place to another for at least 60 years, and they belonged to his mother-in-law, who was lugging him from one place to another for about another 50 years. So those peonies are very old. And he also has poppies. I'll show you those in a second. I'm going to plant this, what is this? Let me plant this here. This is a sweet flag. And I like the colors. I think it looks good in this little section here. And so I'm going to put it in the ground today. More milkweed. As I said, it's a weed here. It's not, you know, it grows everywhere. Hosta Heaven. I had maybe one hosta here when I first moved in, and little by little I've been dividing ones I had in the front yard and on the side yard and putting them in here. And now I have 1, 2, that one's new. That one I purchased last year because I wanted a different color. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That came from Divisions. And then, oh, more here. 10, excuse my mess, 11, 12, and 13. These I just divided in the fall, and they're coming out. And then these I purchased. These blue ones I purchased at, I think it was Walmart. And these I think I got these at Lowe's last year. These are second year. I cover them up because I have rabbits. And rabbits love hostas when they're babies. So I cover them up until they start growing. So this is Hosta Heaven. I have, in Hosta Heaven, I have some lungwort right there. I also have an old daylily that just grows in the shade. It doesn't do great. I mean, the leaves out really beautifully. Maybe 1 or 2 spikes come up. I keep on trying to remove it from there, but it doesn't want to move. It keeps on coming back. And so I leave it there. It has babies everywhere. All the babies you see belong to this one daylily. It's orange. I had it on that side when I first moved in. It was on that side of the house, and I just moved it over here, thinking it was before I knew anything about gardening. And obviously it's too shady. But it likes it there. At least the leaves do. And there's all these weeds that are growing. I have no idea what these are. I have a feeling they're those little bells, those little white bells, that weed. Have so much of this. And I also had something Star of Bethlehem. I was pulling it out everywhere. They're beautiful flowers, but they are definitely invasive. And let's just peek over my fence. We're gonna look at my neighbor's peonies. No, my neighbor's poppies. Look at them. They're so beautiful. I tried planting a few on my side and they won't come out. I was hoping that they would, crawl over underneath the fence like everything else does. But it hasn't. Look how beautiful they are. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get in here. Get a closer look. Look at them. Wow. And he has so much. Look at all those buds. Okay. So yeah, this is behind the big pine tree. Yesterday, I think I came upon a little patch of poison ivy and I removed it, but then I took off my gloves and everything, but I must have touched my face because I have a little blister on my face and I think it's poison ivy. Okay, so yeah, I have this greenhouse, which is a hot mess because I haven't been around to take care of things. And so I'm sort of playing catch up right now, May and June. And again, July, I'm probably going to be away again. So this is my messy greenhouse already. But I'm just starting to organize it. Have a couple of fans going here. I put a mesh so that the bugs don't come in when that window that automatically opens up. When it opens up, when it gets too hot in here, all the bugs like to come in. So I put this mesh. I also put it by the door for the same reason. I just tacked it on with thumbtacks. I'm probably gonna have to come up with a better solution eventually. I got these solar lighted bulbs and I have to hang those up. But this is a work in progress. I'm really not growing anything here right now. Just trying to organize it. I got these cute containers to store all the fertilizers. And then I realized that I had a bunch of containers in my house. I was like, why am I buying all this new stuff when I have stuff I can reuse and put to good use, especially plastic. So even though I wanted this to look like super cute, this type of, aesthetic, but you know what? I gotta keep it real. And I'm going to have a little mix of aesthetics. Whatever I have on hand, I'm gonna try to make it look organized and nice, but right now it's looking like this. Yep, so this is the greenhouse inside, unfinished. I did have a couple of plants that I'm starting from seed this year, and seedlings. These I purchased here. This is a basil that I got at a garden center. This is culantro. This is like a family of cilantro, and I'm Puerto Rican. This is what we use in our seasonings for our beans and our rice. Instead of cilantro, we use cilantro as a substitute for culantro, but I found this little plant at the garden center. I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to grow it. Now, this is what it is. They call it Mexican coriander. We call it recao, that first word. And when we make our seasoning, we call it recaito. And then when we mix it with achiote, which is anato, and tomatoes and onions, we call it sofrito. And because of that, I'm calling my vegetable garden El Sofrito garden, because I'm planting all the stuff that I'm planting all the stuff where you can make sofrito, you can make recaito. And now I found the culantro, the recao is perfect. So this is a pepper plant, I'm sorry. So sofrito is made from peppers, garlic, culantro. Okay, you mix those up, and usually it's a tiny little garlic, sweet pepper, that you use, but I couldn't find the seeds and I couldn't find the, so I took this instead. This is a Cubanelle. So I'm gonna grow these. Like I said, I'm learning. I don't know anything. I have to research everything, look it up to find out how to grow it, how to prune it, all that stuff. I don't know anything. And so this is literally a beginner's garden blog. I got the basil. We use basil on some of our foods, but I like basil. I also make some Italian dishes. And so I just thought this purple basil was pretty. It's too long, it's kind of leggy, and so I clipped off the tops. I'm hoping it'll bush out a little bit. And this is a tomato, and it's just a small tomato. I got the Sun Gold because tomatoes intimidate me. They do. I tried growing tomato. They're intimidating. Until I learn a little bit more, I'm not going to grow real tomatoes. My neighbor, the one over there, he grows tomatoes and he gives them to me every year. So I'm fine with that. He grows tomato, he grows rhubarb and other stuff. All right, so what else is going on here? My plants, I've been trying to keep up with the weeding. I've been a little better than usual, but I haven't been around. And so, I really haven't kept up with the maintenance of my yard. But either which way, my plants are just looking fantastic. There was like a hot spell in February. Then it got cold. It's been weird weather here in New Jersey. But so far the plants they suffered a little bit, but then they picked up right along where they left off. It was, they were able to acclimate, literally. This little tree. I'm so I'm always indecisive about. I think it's because my yard is small and there's all these other ideas I have about how I want the yard to look, but I am always on the fence. I'm always indecisive about where to place things, and I guess maybe that's for every gardener. It's like that when you have a small space or limited space. And so this tree, this is a flowering dogwood. It's a white flowering dogwood, is native to this area, and I planted it here. Where was it? It was in a pot for the longest time. I had a small Japanese maple here, and I just thought, this might be a good spot for a nice big tree, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave it here for a while, but if it grows up, it'll be beautiful. I'll still be able to, the sun will go over, that's south. This is south facing. We're looking south, or we're looking towards the north. The sun comes south this way. And so I think with the stuff I have going down here, the roots will be shaded. It'll do fine here. And it won't grow so big that it'll shade out my garden beds over there. So I think we'll be fine. And so I think I'm going to keep it here. I'm always, I was looking at other plants and that I might want to put here because I had purchased a magnolia, a June or Anne magnolia, and I thought maybe it looked good here, but I think I'm going to keep her. I want to keep this guy here. All right, I always have my chairs on its side because it gets really windy and it gets knocked over, and I never bother to bring it in underneath the patio or in the garage, and so they just lay on their side until I'm ready to use them. So that's the look. That's the look. Okie dokie. Here we go. This is the Japanese maple that I had over there before, and it was suffering. It had so much sun, but in this little section, it's doing okay. Because that is the east, so the morning sun comes this way and it hits this little guy here, and then the southern sun, it's sort of a little shaded from the southern sun by the house and the deck, and then on this side, the west has a fence, so I think this is a good spot for it. I was going to take it out and put in the magnolia, but I don't know. It's doing really well here. I don't know if I should move it. It sort of goes good with what's going on here. It sort of complements each other. The June magnolia would do well as well. I might put the June magnolia someplace else. I haven't decided yet. These are cuttings I took from my hookah run. They're doing really well. They were tiny little cuttings. I found a video on YouTube, and that taught me how to take cuttings from heuchera, and I did it there, and I did it over here. So that's the Brunera. It's doing really good. This was just, I think this is 2 little plants. That's a limelight hydrangea. I don't know why my what is this called again? Lace made, I don't forget the name of this plant now, but this usually is bushed out by now, but it got really dry, and so I cut it back, and it'll probably come back later. These little trees grow everywhere. Now I'm terrified I'm gonna touch poison ivy. That isn't, I don't think that's, oh God, I hope that's not poison ivy. Jeez, imagine. Oh, anyway. If that's poison ivy, that was very stupid. I shouldn't touch anything without gloves. So this is a steel bee. This has been here already a couple of years. This is a camellia that blooms in the fall, in the winter. This is another hydrangea in a pot, which I might move. Bulbo hydrangeas are starting to leaf out. Look at my hostas. These have been here. They're just going to stay here. They're beautiful, aren't they? It's just, they're doing their thing. So these are cuttings I took from other heuchera. And this is not heucherella. This is, yeah, I think it is. And they're doing okay here. More hostas. I planted bare root clematis, and it hasn't come out. I have like 2 bare root clematis there. I'm going to put a 3rd and see what comes out. That itches. What's that? Oh my God, I hope that isn't poison ivy. Goodness. I used to have Virginia creeper, but I think that was 3 leaves of 3. Let it be. Holy cow. I better go wash my hands. And spirea. Fantastic. Ambassador alliums. Fantastic. This is the Hamlin grasses, the little bunny. Fantastic. This is the loropetalum. It was the Jazz Hands loropetalum that my mom purchased. It had like polka dots, and now it came out purple. Maybe I'll get polka dots later on. I don't know. But look at that view. Isn't that pretty with the dianthus? Look at that. That's a pretty view. Arborvitaes, the spirea, the bulbos, the hostas, hydrangea. That's tough stuff hydrangea, cryptomeria, dianthus. And the little heucheras are going to be right there. That looks so pretty. This is ligustrum. This is old. It's not an invasive type, but it's not the sunshine ligustrum. This is like a golden ticket ligustrum or something like that. And I'm trying to limb it up. I've been limbing it up to make it look like a small tree. Mongo grass. What else is new? Oh. The hibiscus are coming up. The hardy hibiscus are coming up now. There'll be huge bushes come fall. This guy, he was hanging a little too low, so I strapped him up to these things. And it also keeps the deer away. I planted this is new. I planted another clematis here. That's a baby clematis. Hollywood. Knockout pink. Oh, I didn't show the Lady Gardner rose is coming out too. These Ambassador allium, sunshine ligustrum. I finally trimmed them back. This is aster growing here, and I have it covered up because every year when it starts coming out, the rabbits get to it and don't give it a chance. So this year I covered them up. Lemon lime nandina, more asters, more weeds. I just want to show you the new stuff. So I want to show myself the new stuff. Let's see. This is new. It's starting to die out already. This is the phlox. This spirea? No, this is Veronica. I gotta clean this up. That's the newest little devil 9-bark that I planted. That's the baby. That's how they were all. This is what they look like 3 years ago. This spirea is doing well too. Look how beautiful. I mean, I guess this is not for everybody because it's kind of wild and you can't shape it, so it doesn't look very tailored, manicured. It's not a manicured landscape when you have these little 9-bark plants, but they are magnificent. I just love them. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Maybe they're too much. I like them. Look how beautiful. I love the way it just, when they start to blossom. Look at that. Look at those pretty flowers. The bees love them. Love them. This is just nice. Little 9-bark. Little devil. That's what this is called. Little devil. And I pruned back this juniper because it was so big. It was just clouding out the lavender and the little boxwood. So I just trimmed it back. So there's a view from here. Just trying to create like a little hedge, but you see what I'm trying to do? Trying to do some layering. Okay, so my hell strip still looks the same with all the clover and all the weeds. I still want to do like a wildflower, plant some wildflowers and perennials here. I still have that plan. I just don't know when I'm gonna have time to do it. And just don't know when I'm gonna have to. I might have to divide that up already. A silver mound Artemisia. Okay, and here we have, this is a little dwarf crepe myrtle. I also have to de-weed this area. A little crepe myrtle, Veronica. Look at my grasses, how pretty. And these short alliums are so freaking cute. I think I got these I got a bag from Costco. I think they're called Christophi, something like that. But look at that. Don't look at that. Look at this. That is my neighbor's getting rid of some stuff, so they have that container. But look at that view without the container. Look at that with the grasses. And I gotta fix up this bed. And I have to mulch around it, make it look pretty. This rose died out, and I think, and if you see, it's growing from the bottom. So I have no idea what color this rose is gonna be. It was purple, but if it's coming down from the base, I'm afraid that it's gonna be the parent plant. I don't know. Okay, the peonies are about to burst. And I staked them up. This bed needs some attention. This was a pot of phlox, but the phlox never came back, and it's just weed, so I have to clean that out. My clematis, this is the Jack Manny, is vining up pretty nicely. This is the best year so far. This is its 3rd year. So I guess it's true what they say. First year they creep. 2nd year, I don't know what. And 3rd year they leap, something like that. So this is their 3rd year, and it's definitely leaping. This vine was doing well, but I accidentally cut off one of them. So, yep. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is rose rosette or this is how the drift roses come out. I'm confused. Is that rose rosette? Should I cut that back? And what is this growing in here? I don't know what that is. Maybe that's what I thought was poison ivy. I don't know. Jeez. That's winter creeper, which most people don't like, but I like it. It fills the back here nicely. It fills in. It acts as mulch for me. And it looks nice as a backdrop to the roses. This is tick seed. What is it called again? Coreopsis. Comes back, self seeds, comes back every year. It's really beautiful. I leave it there too. I have to clean out that little bird bath. Yep. So what else is there to see? What else is there to record? The barberry is bursting. I need to trim it back. Dianthus is in its prime. I gotta cut back those tulip bulbs. This needs a good trim. This was dying back a few videos ago. You'll see where I cut it. But, ooh, that's a big wasp. Ooh, I'm not going to disturb you doing your thing. I'm sorry, wasp. Anyways, that needs to be trimmed. I was leaving it alone because it was damaged during winter. I have to work on the front pots. Lamb's ear, humongous. I have to divide that and figure out what I'm going to do here. I do have to trim back this barberry because it's encroaching on the sedum, which I might remove some of the sedum and put it in the front hell strip. Yep, so I have so many questions about what I'm doing. Just research stuff online, whatever I can find, information I can find. But I think it's just sort of trial and error. Like, you just got to do it. It's a matter of just doing it. You can't, if you enjoy it, if you think it's fun, then you just do it. You just try something out. These are my Lady Gardner David Austin roses. Aren't they beautiful? They suffered last year, so I'm trying to make them be happy this year. Gold mop cypress, heucheras. These are the small blue spruce, the globosas. This variegated boxwood. Oh, I planted this mum last year during the fall in this pot, and it's coming back for me. Excellent. So let's see, what am I experimenting with? I'm experimenting with bare root fig. I found out a store. It was either Home Depot or Costco. And I took a big pot, filled it up, and here's a bare root fig. Now, I don't know, like I said, I do not know what I'm doing. I just do it. I just fill up a pot with soil. I mixed in compost, like cow manure compost type soil with garden soil and perlite. Mixed it up, put it in a pot, planted the thing. Put it in part shade, part sun area, like the package said to do. And let's see what happens. I'm going to do that with a couple other ones. Let's check on these are the Steed's holly that died on me. That big hole is by the dogs next door. You see that big hole there? That was the doggies. So the Steed's hollies, these two are doing okay. One died on me. So I don't know. What is this? This might be maple, like from a maple tree. Or it might be Virginia creeper that I used to have. I don't know what it is. What do we have here? Empty pots. Let's ignore the pots. Oh, this is the culantro. I took out the culantro leaves because I wanted it to bush out, but it was about to start seeding, which would save me lots of money if I saved the seeds, but I didn't want it to seed. This is a camellia. This one blooms in the winter as well, I think. Yeah. This is a red camellia. Beautiful. I'm going to plant it right there. I think this is a good spot for it. It's protected. It's in the shade. Let's see. I spend so much money on these plants, and sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. I'm planting this one. I don't know what happened to this Encore azaleas. This is the second time an Encore azalea gets crazy on me like this. I don't know if it's the dirt, the soil, or an insect. I'm not sure what it is that they get like this. This is the second one that dies on me. I had one died on me 2 years ago. I kept on trying to revive it. This one I kept in its pot, and I'm watering it. Maybe it needs more water. I've been watering it though, and it's been raining a lot. So I don't know. I'm hoping it'll survive. This is Autumn Sunset. Let's hope this one survives. I'm planning to plant it right here where it is, somewhere in here. I know it's full sun, but I have a feeling the sun in New Jersey kills it. I'm not, and I also found that if I buy stuff from Home Depot, even though it looks beautiful when you first get it, eventually like something in the soil gets really damaged. That happened to me with the sunshine, not the sunshine, not the sunshine ligustrum. It was the holly, the Gold Touch holly that I purchased from Home Depot. It got like this on me, got crazy. I'm trying to revive it. Let me show you. I'm reviving it here. I put it in the sun, but underneath this thing so it could be a little bit more shady. So it's starting to revive, but it was terrible. I sprayed some stuff on it, some fungicide, and it was all like that. But it's doing better. This third one is not doing as well. So I put it out here so that it could get some rain. This is a little shadier. Let's see. Okay, this is my mess. This is what happens when you garden and you don't know what you're doing. You just make messes everywhere. Because if you don't make a mess, you'll be all day trying to figure out how to do things the right way. So I set out this little table. This is the hardy fig that I planted. It's bare root. I thought it was a real plant. It's just a bare root. So that's what's in that pot over there. I just read the back of it. What else do I have in here? I have this, which is similar. I don't know if that's going to grow. It's going to go in one of these pots. I'm cleaning out the pots. It's going to go in one of these pots. Let's see. I'm going to try, these begonias. They're going to go in a pot as well. They're probably going to go in this pot here. The begonias. They're probably going to go there because it'll look pretty with the heuchera I have in that pot. This is what I'm using. This organic raised planting mix, Black Cow, and this. It says it's for in-ground use only, but I don't believe them. I just mix it together, and I use perlite. I ordered perlite. I thought it was a small bag. It was huge, so I have this little container of perlite. Yep. What else do I have? That's it. So I'm learning, teaching myself, trying to enjoy the process as much as I possibly can. Oh, I started this from seed. What are these again? I know they're too many in a pot. Cosmos Summer Dreams. I planted it on May 4th. And I took out a couple of the uglier, not the uglier, like these little ones that don't. I take these out because they didn't grow this little thing on top. It was just the first leaves. So take them out, and then I'm going to replant these. There's another one. I'm going to replant these, separate them, and replant them. These are no good. Again, this is the second time I tried Cosmos. The first time, the rabbits climbed into the pot and ate them. Or it was chipmunks, I don't know what it was. This time I'm trying to raise the pot up a little higher, and the rabbits have left it alone. And so this is only my second attempt at growing Cosmos. How do I know how to grow Cosmos? I do not. I follow the instructions on the packet. I research information online. I look at YouTube videos. And then I come out here and I do it. And I make messes. And I'm really excited though about this attempt. It looks like it's a little bit more successful. And I can separate them. That's something I want to do today too, is separate these. Separate these out. That one has a little one. What's this? That's no good. This one's dead. Okay, so I have a bunch of seed packets I'm going to try to work on. I'm going to try to concentrate on. Welcome to New Jersey, folks. This is what it's like. There's airports everywhere, and it doesn't matter where you live here. There's always airplanes flying above. So I'm going to try to start things from seed this year and avoid buying plants. It gets really expensive. And although I buy perennials, which they come back every year, and so it's actually saving money when you buy a perennial. If a plant dies, it's like, oh, junk, I spent all that money. And it's like you can just return it. Sometimes you return it, sometimes you don't have time. So I'm thinking if I start things from seed, it saves me money. And if it dies, if it doesn't work out, it's not that big of a dent in the wallet. Because, you know, you pay what, $2, $3 for a packet of seeds. You know, not if they're fancy seeds, it's different. But I'm not getting fancy seeds. Getting regular old Burpee seeds, 50% off. So, yeah. Lots of new stuff, lots of learning, enjoying all this. I want to talk about my carrots a little bit. This was a learning process, right? This is a weed. This comes from the straw that I use as mulch. This is where this comes from. So I thin these out. I was watching a bunch of videos. I take this one out. I thinned them out as much as I could and left the ones that were more robust. They still might be too close to one another. A couple of these, I don't know. It says 2 to 3 inches apart. So this is a little shaded here, so these like full sun, but this is blocking the south sun, south, north over there, east, west. But they get the eastern sun. So I think that's what's keeping them alive is the eastern sun. So they still get enough sun, but it's a little shady here. This would be perfect for like the culantro. The culantro likes shade. And more weeds. Clumps of weeds that I have to remove. Okay. So these are onions. These are Dutch yellow onions. I started them from, they're seed onions. They're doing pretty good, it looks like. I heard that planting onions and carrots together is good because the smell of the onions keeps away certain critters or insects that doesn't like the smell of the onions but likes the smell of the carrots. I actually was thinning these out when it was cloudy and rainy outside because so YouTuber said that that's the best time to thin out carrots and it wasn't windy. To do it when there is no wind and when it's raining because the bugs are not out. I don't know what I'm going to do in this corner. I might do the tomato, maybe the peppers, put them out here. I only have 2 seedlings. I also started some lettuce. But my beautiful potatoes. Look at my beautiful potatoes. They're doing good so far. There's a insect in here. I don't know. I have to check on them. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. These are flowering. I think I'm not supposed to allow them to flower. But yeah, these are the purple potatoes and Yukon Gold potatoes. But I feel like I have to cover these. I bought cover to cover them. I don't know. I mean, how much do you have to cover them? They're underground. But there is some sort of potato beetle or something I'm supposed to be careful about. So I planted garlic late. It's the soft neck garlic, so I'm hoping it might do okay. Nice sunshine. This gets a lot of sun. That's the soft neck garlic, and this is cilantro here. This is a packet of new seeds and old seeds. These expire like 2022, and some of them were 2024, and they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good, the cilantro. So this is, like I said, my sofrito garden, because I have cilantro, I have garlic, I have onions, and that's how you make, and peppers, that's how you make sofrito. I have carrots and potatoes, which is, if I make the Puerto Rican beef stew called carne guisa, I have everything here. So this is the stuff I eat, and I figured I'll plant stuff that I know I'm going to eat if I'm successful. So anyway, that's it for today. Another 45 minutes that I thought was just going to be a 15-minute video. But this is the Garden State of Affairs, what's today? May 18th, 2024. Hasta la próxima. Till next time.